And welcome back to EXP Grind. You're here with Leo420 and we are playing Elden Ring. We are going to do a little bit more of some tips on Elden Ring for YouTube's Zorn the Great. For those of you who haven't already, go and check out Zorn the Great's channel on YouTube. He does some pretty good stuff out there. He's been doing some, well, obviously, stuff for Elden Ring now just recently started, and has also gotten some mods for Subnautica. So go and give him a subscription, go give him a like, and go give him a follow. Go and check out some of his stuff. And let's get to it. Actually, I think I'm gonna choose a different character just for the fun of it. As much as I love my Reaper, I'm going to choose to play as my chicken today. I feel like a chicken mood. I'm in the mood for chicken, guys. Just chicken. Or should... yeah, chicken. We can do beast of burden some other time. I'm in the mood for chicken. Alright, Zorn. You're gonna check out the chicken. Chicken. Peacock. Alright. So one of the first few tips that we were trying to tell you about yesterday was to go and get the golden scarab and talisman, and what was the other bit of tips? Oh, Linez Rise, right, the rises. Good, they're all the two that I can explain are just right here in Dragonburrow, so we good. We Gucci. Don't know when you'll eventually hop on here there, Zorn, but hopefully it's soon. There we go. I was wondering why it was slow. Alright, good. Alright, Zorn. I have no idea if or when you're gonna hop in here. Hoping you will soon, eventually. I have no idea. I did say around noon. I did do this a little earlier. It's noon-ish. It's around noon. Good enough. Anyway, the rise and the wellspring right here. This is the spot you want to jump to. Right into this crevice. Like, it's right on the edge, but this is the only spot you're really going to end up wanting to go to. There should already be a... what's it called? A lift down at either down. It should actually be set at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. The only way to actually get the bottom door at the bottom to open is by defeating a certain monster down at the bottom. But luckily for you, I have yet to even get this for this character, so I can show you what's inside. Memory Stone! Yay! And like I said before, Memory Stones help out with... it's those slots you see there with all of our incantations in the center of the screen there. All of those different spells you see. Those are memory slots. You need multiples of those in order to be able to cast any of the incantations or sorceries within this game. Yeah, a good number of them are actually really useful, and at the very least, using healing incantations could be useful if you choose to go down the faith route. E. And now I shall go and show you the entrance to the Golden Scarab. I'm just gonna let you know, fair warning about the Golden Scarab. About this, it's 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 a bitch. It's like Enover said, it's definitely worse than poison. There we go. Good. I think its death is what's supposed to, I thought it was supposed to take this down, but I guess it's completely closed up for good, and the only way in and out was from the roof. Forgive me. You don't have to come and kill this thing unless you want to grab the, random, I don't even think it didn't drop an item for me. I'm not sure if it drops an item or not. I know there's one later on in the game, just like it in another location altogether, that does drop an item. So, just so you know. Also, I think, yeah, there's a survivable jump out that window. Just be careful. You were very close to the dragon that, what's his name, Endoverse was telling you that you could go and get some extra runes from. If you do decide you want to go and kill Grail for the runes, you can. It'll also give you a couple of dragon hearts. In order to get there, you're going to want to continue going south past this mini, these are known as the minor Erd trees, as you go across them. These, as you see them on the map, you'll find many of them everywhere. One right in the middle of the forest over here, past or a little bit south of the Third Church of Marca. Yeah, there's many of them throughout the game. Anyway, the minor Erd trees here are just like good little landmarks. The main Erd tree is the big one. Want to avoid the lightning, don't get struck by it. You're going to avoid the boss battle that's over here at the foot of this tree, and you're just going to keep on going to the left. You're just going to keep on skirting across the side, and you're going to find another spirit wellspring right over here in the back. You're going to head to this, and you're going to launch yourself up here. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is very important. You're going to need to remember this location. Two locations, Fort Faroth and Fort Hyatt. Remember these. This is Fort Faroth, right, the one right where we're at. Fort Hyatt will go from the Third Church of Marika, where you got the, what's it called? The flask that it sent you to, and the teleporter that sent you over to the Dragon Burrow. You're going to go completely south. You can even follow the road that leads down. There will eventually be a map marker in here for this section that's somewhere around over here. I'll show you how to get there from the Mistwood outskirts here in a moment. And we'll head you at least to the front of Fort Hyatt to show you the area. I've already gotten the items from both of these places, but I'm going to show you with the chest in which you need to get to in both locations. Whatever you do, you just need to get to that item, pick it up. If you don't happen to have runes on you and you happen to die, that'd be great as well. If not, good luck, and I hope you don't die on the way towards them. Usually try to run past it. I tend to run past everything if I'm starting a new character and I'm running through the areas just to get the items. But that's me. And for other experienced players that have already explored said areas. If you want to get the full experience of the game, go ahead and just explore to your heart's content. But these will be the locations that you need to get to. Fort Hyatt and Fort Faroth from Lenez Rise. Remember, go back behind it. It's going to toss you up onto this little spot. We're going to continue down the little path. It'll be down this path here, and it'll lead to the tree. Follow to the back side, and there will be another spirit wellspring there that'll lead you here. So you'll come over here. There is a grace for you to grab right over here, and then you'll be able to go inside. That there is a wing, and that there is a butt, and that is Grail's butt. That is Grail, big old Mama Grail. She's kind of bedridden and kind of stuck here. She's extremely huge, and she kind of can't go anywhere. She's just kind of here. Your best bet to do anything in order to defeat her and get what you need to get from her, because that scream that she just did, and you see this effect on my character that's now all red, she debuffs you with her scream, and she also summons up all of her little babies in front of her, which is about 5 mini drakes, all of about this size. So unless you feel confident fighting 5 or 6 little mini dragons and their mother, don't go to the front. You can go right up over here to her leg, and you can start attacking her, and you can do damage. So you just stay in this spot and you just keep attacking. Be careful, once in a while she swings her wings and does a little bit of damage. This is the thing that Enoverse wanted you to figure out. So yeah, let's go on into Faroth real quick. We'll show you the spot for the items that I need you to go and get. You're going to go and get these 2 items from Fort Faroth and Fort Hyatt in those locations. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what the items are, just you're just going to need them for later. But just go get them. You're going to run straight up here past all of these bats, and you're going to go right up the ladder. And I did not tap that fast enough. I'm probably going to get poisoned. Oh, hey, I didn't. Nice. Yeah, be careful. They spray poison, and there's a bunch of them. And they also screech. That also causes damage. See this? Well, you just saw a ghost that was grabbing and opening this chest. Open this chest and grab the item. This is the item. This is the chest. This is the first item and the first one for Fort Faroth. This is technically the only item you really need here. But if you want to go for another item that can also be useful and helpful, you're going to want to roll down here. You're going to skip this first hole. Skip first hole, run past the ghosts. Skip the first hole, go to this one with the ladder. Drop down. Take a quick look around. There should be a mouse at the end over here. There he is. Fuck him up. Or dodge him if you have to. But here's where things get tricky. You see there's an opening right on this side that you need to jump. But you need to jump to get there. So if you have to, run in a circle to get yourself some momentum before going. Trying to jump short distances by running and holding the run button doesn't help sometimes. You end up just jumping back instead. So, yeah. Not sure if that actually helped. Yeah, no, I'm still poisoned. Well, I wasn't sure what I actually have a Swift going on right now. So you're gonna drop down this set of stairs, this ladder. You're gonna drop down by it, and we're gonna go over here, and you're gonna go back behind it. There's a body laying right here. There's gonna be an item on this body. Pick it up. This is the only extra item that's here that's worth of any value. It's a talisman. It's not the one that I'm going to be sending you to go and get the golden scarab here soon. It is in fact called Radigan's Source Seal or Scar Seal. It's one of the two. It's either Source Seal or Scar Seal is the name. So come over here, pick up the item, and that's if you just want an extra item. Otherwise, the only one that's important was the one in the chest up there. After that, you can teleport back to the grace point at any point. As long as you're not in combat, of course, you can always teleport to a grace to save yourself. Also, again, anytime an enemy is like chasing you, hunting you, and you're about to activate a grace, activate the grace. Open doors, activate a fucking lever, anything. Anytime you're in the middle of an action of activating, usually most things, in mind you, the first activation of the grace, you usually get caught into an animation where you have so many iframes, your enemies cannot do anything to you in that moment. The moment you get out of that iframe section, though, they will. You can always just gauge it by testing it out from time to time, if you really choose to try to test that out. Otherwise, every time you sit down at a grace, it will be resetting the entirety of the world. So if you see some enemies running up on you don't want to deal with, and you happen to be next to a grace, just sit down and then get back up and go all about it. Alright, so we are going back over here. I'm going to go from the Third Church America. This location where you hit the teleporter is going to be the way I'm going to direct you to both the Golden Scarab and to the and to Fort Feroth. So the area for the Golden Scarab, just to show you on the map real quick, is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere about right here or so. It's going to be a jump with Torrent, and you have to be able to get onto it. I'll show you exactly where you'll need to go, but remember, all throughout here is going to be a bunch of enemies that can and will chase you down, and they can do a shit ton of damage to Torrent and knock you off a Torrent. So you're going to want to be very careful and run like hell. That's all I got to say. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Let's go to Fort Feroth first and show you that. All right. So this will be the road. You could always just straight up follow it all the way down if you truly feel like it. That's just simply the easiest. You definitely can. I'll do it for the sake of showing you this. Right on over this. You'll continue on up. Normally, I tend to go into the Mistwood from this Grace Point, the Mistwood outskirts, but you can always go from the Third Church America. Makes it easier by following the path. When you get here, if you were to activate this, it'll just have a guy wandering around to quote-unquote show you to a treasure. If I'm not mistaken, he kind of just walks you right up to the, what's it called, map, either the map over here or up to some other location. But yeah, just keep on following the path and you'll come across the next map marker sitting in front of this pillar. That is a bear. Whatever you do, don't steal his item. That's his item. Don't touch it. And if you want to go and get a new location altogether and check out a new awesome location, this is the thing, Zorn. Do yourself a favor, and this is another part of them on the thing. You can mark yourself down, because you can always go and get grace points in new locations, run into a new location, get the new first grace, then go back to where you last were exploring. So that way you have a point to go into to new areas that you have yet to explore and didn't continue on. And you can go to them later, just so you know. So head on in here, be very careful. I have no idea if it'll be a giant hole like mine is right now, or if it'll be an actual fucking platform for you to walk on. And if it is the hole, just pull the lever first and let it rise. I do believe the first time you open this place and open the doors, you will eventually, it should have the platform there. It should, if I'm remembering correctly. Sorry, this isn't like a brand new, roughly brand new character enough to show you. But, right. So the scarabs, the red ones and the blue ones, like you've already seen before, they give you health and your mana respectively. They replenish it. Basically, your drinks. I can drink a couple of the actual red flasks, and then let's see, where's the one right around here? This place happens to have a good number of them. Now you'll notice I have my flasks back. So if you ever happen to be out of flasks and happen to be near one of these, you could always use them for extra flasks without having to sit down to the grace and reset everything. Or you can always defeat a certain group of enemies. Some enemies that form in small groups in certain areas, when the last enemy in the group is killed, you'll get a replenishment of your flasks, both healing and your mana. Sometimes I don't know if it's 1 flask or 2 flasks for each. I can't remember sometimes. It just kind of just gives, and I don't focus on the amount. So map right here. And we are going to continue down south. This is still following the path. It's just going down. The Sofa River thingy was right here. That little marker for that pillar, and the tree with the red scarabs is right up over there. So we will continue down the path. There's some items down here. If you want to pick them up, pick them up. We're gonna keep on following the dirt path that's down here. Pick up the shit. Pick up the shit. Just don't forget to pick up all the shit. Certain part or area I can't really show you just yet because it's past an area or past a part of the story you've yet to get through. There's this guy right here. He's another one of Kale's friends, the Santa back at what's called. This is Blue Santa. He's got blue, yeah, or he's maybe Jack Frost. I don't know. Anyway, there's several of these merchants out here and everything like that out in the wilderness, and yeah. So you can talk to him to get some items and everything. He's just right off the left of the road, and we shall go right back to the right onto the road, and back on the road, we shall continue back down south. So again, this whole time, we're just following the road path down. Mistwood Ruins also has somebody you can go and meet, but you want to talk with Kale a couple of times. Go and get all the information Kale has to offer. Look at his items. I'm fairly certain there's a note or two that are there. Get those, buy those, and then talk with him, speak with him, and he should give you an emote. Go over to the Mistwood Ruins, and in a certain area of the Mistwood Ruins, you'll start to hear howling. When you start hearing the howling at its loudest, essentially, do the emote that you get from Kale, and you'll be able to continue a storyline from there if you choose to do so. There's many storylines, many different characters. Just to let you know, after going past certain bosses, certain sections of the game, it will lock you out of certain characters' storylines. So I'm going to try to do my best to get you at least a good number of them through your first playthrough. If you choose to ever do a second playthrough of the game, you can always focus on other characters' storylines. If not, you could always focus on looking up videos from other players and everybody else out there that have gone through the storylines of all the characters, or at least a video that has listed all the characters that have storylines, so you know who to talk to, who not to miss, and so on. So, still continuing south, we are going to get ourselves over to Fort Hyatt. The grace for Fort Hyatt happens to be right on out here on the outside, but the road will curve back up over here towards the front gates. There's going to be a golden tree. You can grab a golden seed right out over here, and you're going to want to make your way on inside. There's going to be enemies out here, so be warned. My area is just kind of cleared out right now and has a bunch of demi-humans in it. Don't mind the demi-humans. These aren't going to be here for you. They're again, storyline, story things, everything. I'm only showing you an item. Be careful. There's going to be the quote-unquote boss of the area when you get here, wandering around out about here or so. You'll have more than enough time to be able to get right up over here and keep on running past him and get right up this ladder if you just keep running. Just don't stop. Ignore that. Ignore others. Like I said, just keep on going. If they give you a small love tap, hopefully it won't be enough to kill you. Just keep going. Keep going, keep climbing, and once you get to the top, just like the other tower and the other place, open the chest and grab the item that's inside the chest, and you will have the 2 items that you need from these areas. You got the 2 that I need you to get. After you get those items, the 2 items that are there, the next thing would be for you to continue going through Stormvale Castle, the one that you just got. If I'm not mistaken, Stormvale Cliffside should be the grace that you just unlocked last before you ended your stream. Either that one or Rampart Tower. No, Rampart Tower is a little bit higher up. You didn't get that one yet. That's the next one you'd need to get. But that's, yeah, you need to go through that section, open up that door. You need to grab, so in that room where you fought that thing that killed you last before you ended the stream, there's a key inside of the chest in there. You have to kill that guy in order for the doors to open, unfortunately, so you're going to have to get good at dodging, get very good. He does a lot of those little whirlwind attacks. Anytime his little whirlwind kicks up, he's about to charge at you. So the moment you see that whirlwind, just start panic rolling in another direction, because he's about to charge towards you. Well, it's the only like hint, or not hint, but like tip I can give for that fight. It's not even a boss, it's just a basic enemy, but he is strong. So when you go in there and defeat him, and when you finally defeat him, get the item from the chests. There's 2 of them in there, but one is the item you need, which is the key. The door behind you will open, and that lower door that you noticed that was said it was locked, that's the key that you need for that. Through there will be a ladder, and it should lead you towards the Rampart Tower area. So, yeah. So like I said, after you've gotten those things, just to let you know, those 2 items you get from Fort Hyatt and Fort Faroth will not be used until you reach about this area up over here. But you will need them to go through that area, unless you decide to go the more, and mind you, you probably will. And if you do, I won't mind. I'll be right there enjoying every moment of it. Instead of going through this area that you need to go to, which is following the rocks and everything and following the land, you could always follow the water and follow the lake into this little ravine all the way to the farthest back and end up over here at the Runestream Precipice. If you want to go the secondary route, you can go over here and not need the 2 items that you need from those 2 towers that I just showed you. Just to let you know that there is, in fact, an alternative you choose to. There is, however, going to be a boss battle somewhere along over there that you're going to need to get past in order to even enter this area. Otherwise, the items that you get inside of the chest over there will get you past over here on your own without needing to go over here. So, just so you know. And then we're going to go back to the Third Church of Marika now, and I'm going to show you from here, from this point forward, to go toward the cave to get the Golden Scarab Talisman. Golden Scarab Talisman, if I'm not mistaken, I was going to say, I don't know if I have it on me with this character or not. Let me double check. I do not, in fact. So the boss battle will be, in fact, there for me if I chose to actually bother with it. But I do happen to have its twin, the Silver Scarab, which raises your item discovery. Item discovery is the chances of being able to get an item off of the enemies that happen to drop the grindable weapons or armor pieces and such from them. Or even any craftable items or whatever that you need, or materials that you need from certain creatures, this increases the amount of chances of being able to of those dropping more often. So yeah. So let's see. Since we're here at the Third Church of Marika, the path that I'm going to have you take now is going to be just slightly out. And if I'm not mistaken... Actually, okay, I am mistaken. Okay, ignore what I was just saying. From the Third Church of Marika, Grace Point, we're going to go out the door near this giant dude. And we're going to turn right. We're going to go across the water, ignoring the little crevice where we got the teleporter. And we're going to go right up over here. There's going to be another spirit wellspring. just to let you know, there's a good amount of the scarabs out in the world. I'm fairly certain there was one that was around here. Let's see, is it up here? No, I thought there was there probably is one, and I probably killed it already. But I think there's one along the path up to this thing. Just saying. Also, I'm surprised that this wolf hasn't gotten triggered. I'm just walking past him with Torrent. Hey, Wolfie. Yeah, I mean, I can lock onto him. Huh. Well, anyway, as you see, there's 2 more spirit well springs after that one. That's literally a nice little hop, skip, and a jump up here. So just kind of work your way over here. Always never forget that the Torrent can double jump, so if you ever need to do some fancy jumping with him, don't be afraid to do so. Spirit well springs, if you haven't also already noticed, you can survive any landing that you get from these things. They're going to toss you hell up into the air, and you can survive any, even with a double jump, and you can land and survive it. But if I were to just like jump off this ledge and just like land straight down into the crevice by going this way, if I were to just jump here, death. Yeah, that height would definitely kill Torrent and kill me. Guaranteed. Even that rock right over here on this ledge that's dipping down, this will do damage. Just to give you a gauge on damage heights. This rock right here where my character's hat is, and I'll use my character's hat as a pointer for the moment. This rock where it's at, that would still cause damage. But this rock right about here probably wouldn't cause damage because there's not only is there rocks underneath, but it's a fairly small drop from that one though. So just like, so you know roughly where the fall limit is. Once you get up off of that wellspring, there's going to be another item in this place. You're going to need, what the hell was it called? Stone sword key to be able to get into it. But you can go, if I'm not mistaken, right over here. Yeah, right over here. So right off the spirit wellspring to like the first little wall that's right over here, you'll find this light and a set of stairs. There's going to be a fog wall in front of it, and I haven't actually gotten it here in this playthrough. I've gotten the better version, so I don't really need it because the better version's in the DLC. But it is still a useful, what's called talisman early on. So activate the stone sword key little statue there with the little imps. You'll place the stone sword key, it'll pop it open. You go opening up the fog wall and get in there. So you go figure that all out. So for the golden scarab, spirit wellsprings, right on up over here. You're gonna look up at these trees. Sorry about that. I thought I heard something and everything. I had to deal with it. Anyway, just follow the trees and everything like that up the path. Do your best not to run towards this burnt down church immediately, unless you fancy going into a fight against another NPC invader. Just to let you know, there are a good handful of NPC invaders. They're just NPC invaders. They aren't gonna be what's it called? The way you'll know they're NPC invaders is if you happen to die by them at any point and you go back to the area and they reappear in that same area, then it isn't a coincidence. They are an NPC invader and they aren't a random invader. Random invaders will be the players that you come across and everything out there. So we're gonna continue on up here. Right on past these dogs, and you're gonna just leap over this burning wall. And there's gonna be Grace right over here. you're going to get on that Grace, and you're going to notice where it's pointing is going to be heading essentially towards Linez Rise in that direction, roughly from where you were. But in reality, it's pointing at this light to point at these lights. So, we're going to follow them. We're going to go down this road. We're going to go past all of these guys. You can fight them for runes if you want to. They're really slow. Be careful with that attack you just saw. That can do you a lot of damage. Okay, so there's two other types of these scarabs out there. There's white ones and a few of these like goldeny looking ones. The goldeny looking ones just simply have like a different effect going on with them. This one in particular and another one, if I'm not mistaken, they kind of explode, so be careful. A couple of other ones, if I'm not mistaken, are just holy incantations or abilities that are in it. This one in particular will be another incantation. Your best bet to kill most of these ones, especially the white ones and these gold ones that aren't the red and the blues, is to sneak up behind them and then do as much damage as you can. That didn't work for me. And yay, I got Whirl of Flame. Yay. Anyway, we are going to continue past this statue of Marika down here, and we are going to keep on down this path. We're going to ignore the Chihuahuas. There is a big heavy weapon right in here. This might be a good weapon for you to use. It is also a famous weapon that a lot of people like to use. This is not just any weapon. There is the Great Sword. The Great Sword in particular that the game creator himself put in this game is a reflection of one of his favorite anime characters that he's ever liked, the main character of an anime called Berserk. So if you've ever heard of Berserk or don't know anything about it, you can always check up on that and check that out. It's a good series, very brutal. The weapon in particular here, like I said, is a very heavy weapon. You could always end up using it. I'm not going to actually pick it up, but I will open that chest up. It is literally Guts' weapon in the main character Guts in Berserk. It's his weapon. So, yeah. So you're gonna end up making your way to this particular Grace. Let's sit down before one of these Chihuahuas just suddenly ups and fucking kills me. So we are at the Calum Ruins Grace Point, and when you oh right, this is another tip, another little tip. This is one that I probably should have mentioned a little earlier. I was trying to figure out a way to try to remind you and everything like that, or how to write it that wasn't going to be too cumbersome to write. So whenever you open up your map, and this is to help you out beyond all hell, okay? For you, it'll be your Y button. Hit your Y button. For me, it's triangle. It'll give you a list of all the names and every single one of the graces that are out there that you've already found and have unlocked. You can go do this to be able to find exactly the right name in the right area. They're all section by section, from area to area, from place to place within the game. From First Step, from Limgrave to Stormville Castle to Liurnia. Like, it's all of the different areas and all the graces within their sections. So you'd be able to remember, know the names, and if I happen to let you know on a particular grace point that I'm trying to tell you to go to, most often I tell you to go to the most simple, easy to remember ones. Most often I always try to get people to go back to the First Step if I'm trying to direct somebody to go do something specific. Maybe, if it's here. There'll be specific other ones, obviously, for other places later, but that's how you'll do that for the map. For now, focus on getting to Calum Ruins. From here to here is where things get a little bit more difficult, and this is where I need you to like really focus up, because those Chihuahuas, are over there too. And these are the ones that'll really get a little more annoying. I mean, as long as you're not constantly boosting. Like, if you're constantly just boosting with Torrent, maybe there's a chance you can get through it easy. As I'm trying to do. But they are going to follow you. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep on going south past them. And you're going to see this wall here. You're going to jump past this. And you're going to leave them in your dust. So we're going to keep on going a little bit lower. We're going to keep dropping down that one little ledge. And we're going to go right on over here. You're going to crawl up onto this rock. Because we need to get a quick look at our bearings. We need to look at our stuff. Look where we need to go. You see this tree. You see that spot over there? Oh god. Drop down over here, and we're gonna have to show you this on the fly. Oh god. Ah, there was a dead body there. You get down over there. You get down as quick as you can onto this tree branch, because enemies are gonna start trying to follow you. I really hope they can't follow me onto this branch. Okay, yeah, they can. Okay. Just be careful. Don't fall to your death over here. Be very, very calm. If you have to, lightly press the toggle to walk Torrent. Be careful of the double jump. A lot of people overcorrect on their double jumps through panicking. So don't panic with Torrent. That's the one thing, is learning how to handle Torrent and learning the parkour in this game. There's a lot of places that are gonna require some fancy parkour with Torrent. So I wish you luck with every bit of it. And this cave here, after getting yourself the grace, and I will be getting it for the first time, it is just known as the Abandoned Cave. Welcome to Caelid. That right there, that stuff, that liquid, that putridness that's on the floor, that's rot. That is worse than poison in this game. Let's jump in. As you can see, it builds up like crazy. And to get up on a rock, and even if you're up on a rock into an area, as long as you're still not touching it, you will get eventually affected by this. It's Scarlet Rot. Be careful coming in here, as you will be locked. You won't be able to teleport out of here willy-nilly. I'm literally just going to stay here and let myself die, since, to be honest, I don't really have anything worthwhile. I have some runes, but this character's already at a perfect level and everything that I don't need these runes, and even if I needed more, I could just get more from a couple of friends that drop them for me with this character. After I've already beaten the main game, like I said, this is something you don't want to do with other characters and everything like that. You don't want to get rune drops from other people to ruin your experience of the game until after you've already played through the game and are aiming to do another playthrough. Once you actually have gone through that point of wanting to do another playthrough is when you should do something like that. So, yeah. Bye-bye, runes. Oh, wait a minute. I have the Twiggy cracked here, don't I? Hold on. I can salvage these in a second. Watch, hold on. I can think of it. Hey, I got Twiggy. Okay. I can get my runes back. You won't be able to do this for now, Zorn, so when you come in here, I implore you to either spend all your runes or come in here when you have 0 runes, which, since you died last time and everything, you most likely will have plenty to do so. By the way, this place you're going to need to explore. It's very difficult to walk through here. This place eats through health real quickly, so you're going to want to we're going to be constantly healing. Some items that you can use to be able to get rid of this stuff. I cannot currently craft them, but let's see if I have a couple of them on me to show you. Yeah, I do not. Well, there's going to be a type of these boluses that you can find that are called, I actually don't remember the name of the ones that they are. Clarifying boluses? No, wait. It's one of the other ones I have on hand right there, but it's not. So yeah, you're going to need to literally crawl your way through this muck, through the rot. Get in there, get into the depths, get to certain areas in there. And within there, you will find the boss room. After killing the boss in that room, you will get the scarab, the golden scarab that the Enoverse was talking about. But in all honesty, and this is me being kind, you are not ready for this cave. You are not ready for the horrors that are held within there. But you do you, Zorn. I ain't gonna stop you. If you want to go in there, you want to go after the scarab, get a little extra more runes right off the bat, and do stuff. You do it. You go for it. I'm gonna just dodge the Iron Maiden over here and be on my way. Or technically Iron Virgin, as they are known in this game, instead of an actual Iron Maiden, which is what they actually are known as. Just don't mind all the dogs. So yeah. Also, it is now already 12:15. No idea where you are, Zorn, old buddy. I thought you'd popped in by now and everything. I've put in a couple of comments throughout this stream, but that's fine. You got life. You're the homie. You're good. I'm just tired, stoned. Don't mind me. So, just to let you know, I may or may not be able to pop into whichever stream it is that you're doing tonight. Hopefully it will possibly be Elden Ring or possibly Subnautica, maybe? I mean, I don't know which one you're doing. You're probably going to do something awesome. I am extremely tired right now, and I haven't slept all night. So I might be passing out here in a little bit to take a nap. I have no idea if I'm going to actually make it all the way through to your stream or not, or if I'm just going to be out. So, yeah. I think that about covers almost all the little tips that I kind of wanted to mention for the moment. Yeah, you're already heading towards Stormville. That's the only other thing I can tell you. The items that I told you to go and get in this stream, till like where I directed you. Those are those items. Those are where you're gonna need to go to. Whichever dear viewer, whoever you are, happen to hop in here. If you're not Zorn the Great on YouTube, go ahead and go look up Zorn the Great and check out his channel. He does a lot of streams and everything like that of Subnautica, a little bit of Roblox, and some other games, I believe. Minecraft, I know he does Minecraft. There's a couple of other games that I've never even heard of that he's actually done. So go and check him out. Go check out his stuff. Recently, he's been doing some Subnautica stuff and everything like that, and just started Elden Ring. So yeah, go check out his stuff, guys. Zorn, if it is you, old buddy, I'm close to finishing up here, so you're gonna have to go back to the beginning of the stream and watch it through everything if you're watching this now suddenly live. Let's see. What else could I tell you that isn't too much of a hint, but is just enough of a hint of helping you out? Oh, right. We need to take you to go and see Patches. We need to get you Patches' storyline going. I'm fairly certain. Let me get out of the chicken here. Yeah. Okay, so I've already done Patches' storyline with this character, but it's the only way to be able to get this emote. One of the coolest emotes in here, to be honest. I mean, I say coolest because I happen to crouch like this with my Reaper and sitting on the edge of stuff with as my Reaper with the blades on the back and everything like that is awesome. It does not, however, do my chicken any justice from that position. So, yeah. By the way, chicken, bakak. We're just going to tank that and keep on going. In fact, I don't even know why I'm running right now instead of just warping to a location. Kind of just haven't played Elden Ring in a long while and everything, so I'm kind of just enjoying the sights again because I absolutely love this game. The graphics, the sights, the scenes, everything. And it's an amazing game. It's a beautiful 10 out of 10 game of the year. DLC 10 out of 10 game of the year. Be careful of those things. Those things are assholes. Just look at the sights over there. Oh. You gotta love on how you can change an entire atmosphere of where you're standing and everything around you with a couple of feet. You just change an entire biome. Look at these skies. I love these skies. The crimson blood red skies of Caelid. Reason for going up the well springs instead of the other way is because there's a giant over there, so be careful with them. Oh, troll, not giant. Sorry, game creators. I'm sorry. I had to get that specification out of the way. That's a troll. Sorry, Zorn. That's a troll. I know I'm not trolling you by telling you it's a troll. It's literally a troll. Yeah, they're not giants. These things are trolls. This guy's a troll. Troll. There's a scarab up here? Oh, it's a health scarab. Never mind. By the way, I doubt you would have noticed since you ran past him, and I know I kind of told you can go ahead and just pass by him at the time. But when you do get a chance to, go ahead and hop on up here, climb up this, and there'll be a guy standing up over here. His name is Kenneth Hyatt. Just like Fort Hyatt down over there. He's Kenneth Hyatt. There's Fort Hyatt down there. And I'm going to talk to the guy. And he's going to talk about wanting to take his fort back. And killing the scallywag that stole his place over there and all that shit. So, yeah. That's the boss of Fort Hyatt that's over there. If you happen to kill the boss before even talking to him, that works too. But you could always talk to him and you'll get a reward from it. So, if If you like rewards, go do that. I think I want to run on up over here and just sit next to Good Boy Bach. I don't really know what else to do or what else to show you that is, that would actually be helpful or useful there, Zorn. I really don't know. I've already gave the quick tips with the map at the moment. Like, the only other things... Right, patches. We need to go and get you patches. I mean, if you want the emote. If you don't want the emote, that's fine. You don't need to go to the... You don't need patches. Excuse you. Hey! Who said you're allowed to kick me? I kick you. Bacock.
You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
Yay, I'm Cully.
Yeah, you there? Stop pretending you can't see me.
Wow, he's invisible. We can't see you. There's no one here.
Why won't anyone look me in the eye?
I know, right?
I'm not that ugly, am I? Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
Whatever you do, Zorn, I know he's calling for it.
Yeah,
He's talking to you.
Stop pretending you can't see
But
me.
leave this little bush alone. For the sake of Good Boy Bach, leave him be.
Why won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
For a time. Until you see this tree turn different colors, you don't touch this bush. You leave the bush alone. Oh, by the way, I could have sworn I mentioned this already in the other stream, but whenever you come across these skulls that you just see rolling around and everything, yes, you can attack them and destroy them, but you can also roll into them to destroy them. I missed, but you can, yeah, you can destroy them, but they'll drop a golden rune. They'll drop a golden rune, a singular rune. But hey, they add up over time. If you, those skulls are everywhere. You find them everywhere, and this is a huge ass fucking game. So, yeah. Also, I haven't noticed that before. Huh. I never noticed that before. The Mountain Tusk of the Giants is literally visible just right there. It was visible the whole time. Yeah. That spot. Visible. Moist. So also, just to let you know, and this is probably a good thing to let you know now and everything like that, because in all honesty, you're more than ready for this entire section of stuff. But this whole area is explorable, so don't be afraid to do it. explore it. It's all there. There's even a cave right here near the opening near fucking what's his name, Kale and Church Ella right over here. If you want to go exploring that, go exploring everything. Go just start running around like, yo. Oh, these things I can teach you about real quick. If you ever happen to come across these statues of these like old crones, it says to examine, yeah? Examine it. It'll light this up, and it says a guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. Note that it's pointing in that direction. Just like the graces point in one direction to particularly, essentially your quote-unquote destiny. If you're to go roughly in the directions, and I say roughly, but almost directly in the directions that they tend to point, most often than not, you tend to come across a catacombs. Oh god, it's the eyes of my characters. Stormfoot Catacombs. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not even so certain that I've ever actually explored this catacombs before. Returning to the archery, have patience until the time comes and the words call to you. So yeah, catacombs. At this point, I'd say Zorn, you should ignore this area or what else I'm trying to do, or grab, or anything I pick up. So I'm just gonna pick up real quick everything that's there. Ignore them. Actually, those are some minor items. Actually, don't ignore those. Those are good items you can come get. Ah, perfect example to show you what you need to do whenever you come across one of these. This is where we get to show you a little bit of something more, Zorn. Every single one of these is our summoning pools. Activate each and every single one. It's the only way you'd be able to place your summoning sign in other places if you choose one day to become the one to be summoned. If you want to put your summoning sign out there to be summoned by other random people, so you can help them defeat their bosses, and you can be the one helping others for once. And go and help them defeat and become Elden Lord. Yeah. I am tired and I'm mumbling up my words and everything like that, so don't mind me. This is going to be a horrible stream. And to anybody who's even bothering watching right now, I probably just making a fool of myself. But anyway. Zorno, buddy, I really do hope you eventually get to watch this, at least before you get to your stream. Unless you happen to be doing a different game today. If you happen to just be doing more Subnautica and hardcore today, that's fine, understandable. Just when you get a chance, definitely get your notepad ready, write down the stuff from here. Yeah. So I minorly explained the rises. I didn't actually explain them fully now that I think about it, and was like trying to remember what I did do and what I didn't do. So, Lanez Rise. When we went up into the Spirit Wellspring to jump into this one, it was the only way to get into this particular rise. This one just happens to be special in particular out of the rises. But guess what? There happens to be a couple of more. There's a few more in a couple more locations throughout the game. There's in different areas. You'll find them all over the map and everything in different areas. Certain ones are for storyline, like the one I was just looking at, whereas other ones in other locations, they'll look like this little dot on the map. So if you ever happen to see that kind of like gemstone looking dot on the map somewhere, one of those rises is nearby, or is on that spot to be more precise. It's just what it is. They are that spot. So go to them, go to the Rises. Each one has their own gimmick. Walk up to the little pedestal that are up in the front of them. Linez Rise doesn't have it. That's why that one's special. It was broken along with the doorway. The doorway doesn't even open in this one. The only way in and out is to literally jump in with Torrent and then jump out the window in the back and everything. That's the only way in and out. So other ones and everything, there'll be a gimmick. Most often than not, like this one over here and another one in the... Sorry. Another one over here in the Lake of Liurnia, they tend to have you go after some ghost things, essentially, spirits. You're going to have to go and find the spirits. It's a little game of hide and seek. You go and find them, hit them with your weapon, they disappear. The Rise opens, and then you can walk on inside, go and get yourself another memory stone if you want another memory stone. You don't always need another memory stone unless, of course, you're deciding to run a character that is, in fact, running some magic or incantations. For fun, of course. I mean, who doesn't have fun being able to just howl in madness, or give yourself a little bit of electrical fortification, or heal yourself or your friends from afar. Ignore the heal from afar. You cannot use this ability. This particular incantation comes from the DLC. You need the DLC to be able to get that, and I hope you like this game. I hope you enjoy this game enough to eventually get the DLC. But I'm also not gonna like hold it against you if you don't eventually end up getting it, or for that matter, end up fully enjoying this game. I hope that you enjoy this game. But there's a lot of suffering ahead, Zorn. A lot. A lot. Right, I've yet to get to this area here in the DLC, but I had been over here. Okay. Good to know. That's just a personal thing. Just wanted to check where I was with this character in terms of progress. Anyway, Zorn. Last footnote and last thing I want you to eventually do, especially on the next stream. I try to mention this on the last little tips video. I'm not sure if you had it written down in the notes or you just still haven't gotten around to it, because Elden Ring is a long game and it would eventually take around to get around to it. But you still haven't gotten to going to the lake over here. This is based on our what's called, this is Agiel Lake. You got to go to Agiel Lake. There's dragon burnt ruins over here in this corner. There's just old ruins. So when you get a chance, go over there. But about right over here, there is a storyline thingy or whatever the heck to go over there. So go over there into the grassy knoll down in the water. Well, Zorn, I give up. This is the end of this tip stream. I'm tired. I'm calling it. I'm going to go and rest myself up a little bit, and hope to catch you on your stream later on. I hope I'm there. I hope it's Elden Ring, to be honest. But if it's not, then hope to see you on whatever stream it happens to be. If it's Subnautica Hardcore and we're going back around, screwing around in there to see how much farther you get in that, Awesome. Let's go. Let's see it. Oh, I'm ready. But like I said, for the hardcore. I'm still not giving you any more help for the moment. As much as I like to help out, there's so many moments I just want to start typing shit in and to give you reminders and everything. But you know what? You're a Subnautica not just expert. I know I'm not expert, but you're a Subnautica veteran at this point. You're good. I don't need to hold your hand to figure out stuff. You have the means, the capabilities, the tools, and all of the fucking stuff to build and make. You have you have stuff that I don't have. You got the echelon, buddy. You got mods. I've never got to fuck around with mods. I'm on console. Console don't got mods. We don't got mods. No mods. Well, what do I got? I got a big ass nose on my chimkin. Good chicken. Yeah. At some point, you're going to learn how to do this. Basically, all you do is two-hand your weapon. Whatever weapon it is, two-hand it. Make sure you're two-handing it. I'm two-handing my fist weapon right now. And then you just block repeatedly. Repeatedly block. Yeah. That's the last little tip, the last little thing I'm going to teach you. Something stupid that is just for fun, for shits and giggles, that us and me and a couple of my good friends and everything on Elden Ring always do. But that's us, at least as far as I know. I'm fairly certain a good chunk of the Elden Ring community probably does it too. Most likely they all do it. In fact, I'm fairly certain they almost all do it. Kinda. Just look at that schnoz. Yeah, schnoz. Okay, yeah, seriously, I am very getting tired, and this is just me fucking getting silly and dumb and everything like that here at the end of the stream because of how tired I am. So, I'm gonna sit down with this grace, and we're gonna call it. So, yeah. Thank you to whoever showed up and saw the stream here with me. I appreciate you. Zorn, old buddy, I don't know where you were, not unless you were the one, and for whatever reason, I just cannot see any of the comments popping up. If so, then, well, shit, by all means, I am sorry that I assumed you weren't here. But if you weren't, in fact, here and everything like that, damn it, Zorn, why weren't you? No, just mess. I'm just joking, just joking, just joking. Anyway, catch you all in the next one. Stay safe out there, you guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you can, go and give Zorn the Great a check out on his channel as well. Go and check out what he's been up to on his streams. All right, you guys all have a good one. Stay safe out there. Bye bye.